as Charlie Munger was fond of saying, like, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. Before I get into the causes, like, let me present a lens for looking at the world, right? Like, and we'll use that model to unpack some of those root causes. Right? Like, so let's say at the base layer, we have the biophysical reality, like the world as it exists today, natural ecosystems, the minerals that we have, our nature as living organisms, the evolutionary pressures, etc. Uh, One layer that we can add on top of that is a metaphysics or worldview, religion, spirituality, what we think like gives life meaning and purpose. One layer above that would be our culture, myth, or stories that we tell, and what we celebrate as we're doing. Uh, all of this gives shape to what we end up valuing as human beings, whether we think humility is a value worth having, truth telling is a value worth having, etc. Um, Ideally, we try to build systems which enshrine these values that we hold. A lot of times, the systems don't really reflect the values that we would want to have. And these systems and institutions that we build, they lead to certain incentives that we have in the world, right? And as Charlie Munger was fond of saying, like, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. So the incentives that we have as living organisms lead to the actions that we end up taking in the world. So with that framework, one way of looking at what is happening in the world right now is that it's a problem of misaligned incentives, which is leading to difficulty in us coordinating in solving the problems that we have. Uh, the main misaligned incentive that we have is an economic one right now. So if you look at our economic system, um, there is just one metric that it chases. It's growth, growth, growth at all costs, and which in itself would not be such a problem if it wasn't just a short-term and non-holistic measure. What do I mean by that? Right? Like, so companies and their CEOs, are rewarded for how their stock performs quarter on quarter. And that doesn't have much to do with how much the company is adding to human welfare. So again, example of Facebook, for instance, it's widely known that it has had a polarizing effect on society. Fake news is rampant there, but that is not something that Facebook gets punished for. Facebook is rewarded for engagement on the platform. And again, it's widely known that outrage and clickbait are what drive engagement the most.